Are you ready to talk about indicator 16, increased intuition, ESP, or telepathy? So if you've ever had a gut feeling about something and discovered that your prediction about something was right, then you would have experienced what we call intuition, or what we know as a glimpse of insight from your third eye chakra. These manifestations can be compared to baby steps in the periodic opening of your third eye chakra. So remember, before we mentioned briefly that the third eye chakra is connected to the divine mind of God, which is also connected to your crown chakra. So the reason that we state that this particular indicator of intuition is comparable to baby steps in your ascension process is because if your third eye chakra were fully opened, the illusion of the physical world would fade, and the spiritual world would be fully revealed in its complete frequency of divine love. In truth, your physical body would not be able to transition or to withstand such a dramatic shift. Spiritual ascension doesn't happen overnight. You don't suddenly ascend with a fifth dimensional frequency because you've experienced all of the indicators laid out in this material. And there are even more indicators than this. As souls, we are given countless opportunities to shift microscopic aspects of our lives and our limited perceptions of self. It's not a race to the finish line, as some might believe. Every soul's progress affects every soul's progress, as we are connected on levels that are difficult for the human mind to comprehend. With this, you may experience greater intuition, which may include foreseeing events, having visions or powerful spiritual dreams, hearing others' thoughts, or being able to communicate your thoughts to others without actually physically speaking. Don't be alarmed by these occurrences, as these dormant spiritual gifts are now ready to reveal themselves to you. It can be exciting for the new insights to form within, as one may awaken to deeper connections like extrasensory perception, which is just a fancy phrase for the keen intuition of the third eye chakra. Also, the ability to communicate on a soul level is referred to as telepathy. Telepathy is a spiritual gift where one can communicate with another merely through the power of heightened spiritual or conscious thought. The person who experiences telepathy has the ability to send thoughts as well as receive and perceive the thoughts of others without any use or reliance on the awkwardness of physical words or gestures associated with body language. So we could compare the power of telepathy to an invisible frequency wave where the energy of thought travels from the consciousness of one divine mind to another. It's kind of like a sophisticated computer system communicating in a type of language that is incomprehensible for the human mind to grasp. In my spiritual experiences, which have involved being out of the body, my exchange with spiritual messengers or ascended beings have been unlike any form of communication experienced here on Earth. All messages are presented as one complete thought without any movement of the mouth. There really are no words to describe what I've experienced. An analogy to demonstrate what I'm explaining would be the following. So human communication through the language of words is fragmented and often misinterpreted, like a puzzle that has not yet been completed, whereas the communication of what I've experienced in the spiritual realms could be compared to a beautiful, flawless picture presented with divine love in its completeness. That divine love is shared between all with perfect connection and understanding. The awareness and the use of telepathy are a gift afforded to those who are awakening to spiritual ascension. Whatever your first language is, know that it is not actually your first language. Before you came here in physical form, you too spoke in this language of one divine love. In this beautiful place we speak of, there was no division of languages that are very much prevalent on this physical plane. As a side note, you may or may not have experienced any real consistency with the spiritual gifts of intuition or telepathy. However, be careful not to measure your awakening against such things. Some individuals come with these spiritual gifts that have been activated since birth, while others may need to develop them over time as they learn to connect with the divine mind of the I Am consciousness of God. So remember, we are in this together, and as we remember the truth of our divine inheritance, we will remember the truth of love. So trust the process. Thank you.